Hi, it's Elizabeth, and today we'll be doing this Auto Trail Tribute T-715 handover video. So just behind the driver's door you've got your hookup point. So when you open your van up, you want to make sure you lift the collar up, and then you want to align it on the inside and just gently push it on until it clicks into place. And then when you want to remove it, you just want to push this blue lever down, gently pull it. Just above your back wheel you've got your two fridge vents. So behind your back wheel under the van, you've got your fresh water and dirty water drain off points. So you want to do this when you're leaving a site, going home, or when you're winterising your van. So all you have to do is just take hold of it and just gently twist to open, and then the water will come out, but at the minute there's no dirty water. So if we look at the fresh water tap, again if you just hold it and twist, fresh water will drain out all the way. Above you've got your cassette locker. Pull it down, and then as long as the blade on the inside is closed, you'll be able to pull the orange handle up and gently slide it out. This orange handle also extends so you can easily drag your cassette instead of carrying it to the Elson point. When you want to empty it, you just unscrew this grey cap, tip it out, and as you're tipping it out, you just want to press on this orange button down here. This just allows some air in so it doesn't glug when you're emptying it. You can refill it with some water, give it a good swish round, and then empty it out again. And before you put the cap back on, put some blue or green fluid in there, pop it back on, and you can slide the cassette back in, and you've emptied your cassette. So at the back of the van you've got your reversing camera. So at the back of the van on the passenger side you've got your fresh water intake point. So you want to lift this little cap up, and then you can unlock it with your key, and you just want to twist and pull it off. When you're filling it up, you can, if you have your own hose pipe and connectors, if you pull up to the site's brass tap, you'll be able to fill up your freshwater tank. You just pop the hose pipe in there, turn the tap on and wait till it overflows, just so you know you've got a full tank of fresh water, and then pop your cap back on and make sure you lock it just so no one can tamper with your fresh water supply. Next you've got your hot water cover. So you want to leave this on when you're travelling, just so you don't get any dirt or grime in the vents, but when you are using your hot water heater on gas, you want to pull it off. This allows the gas to escape. If you have turned it on and you have left the cover over it, it will come up with a fault, but all you have to do is turn it off, take your cover off, give it a couple of minutes to let the gas escape, and then you can turn it back on and your hot water will work on gas. Next you've got a large locker space. It just leads to inside the van under the bed. Just above the back wheel on the passenger side you've got your gas locker. It will take two 6-kilogram bottles. Whenever you put a bottle in, just make sure it's secured in this blue strap, just to stop it moving around when the van's travelling. When you come to connect your pigtail to the bottle, it's just a hand tighten one, so you don't need a spanner. You can just do it by hand and just make sure it's as tight as possible. And it's left to tighten, right to loosen, opposite way around being gas. And then once you've tightened your pigtail, you can open it by just using this dial on the top. There's arrows to say open and close, so when you're travelling just make sure it's closed, and then when you're at a site you can open it up and you'll get a flow of gas into your van. So just on the outside of your passenger door you've got your diesel filler, so you just use your ignition key to open the cap and then fill it with diesel. So to lift the bonnet up, you want to use your ignition key and just put it in this black square bit at the front, and then it says 1 and 2, so you turn it left once to pop the hood and then 2 to release it. So the main things you want to focus on is your windscreen washer fluid, so you just pull the cap up and fill it up when you need to. And then you've also got your positive here, which is just under this red cap, and then down here is your negative if you need to give or receive a jump start. So the first thing you want to do once you've got your van hooked up is turn your main power switch on. This just allows everything else on the inside of the van to work, as it's like it acts as a master switch. You can then turn lights on and off from inside the van on these rocker switches, and also on the control panel you can check your leisure battery, your vehicle battery, your water level, and then you can also put your water pump on from here. So when you want to turn your heating on, you can move this outside grey dial to select your power source. So you can have it on 0.5 kilowatt, 1 kilowatt, or if you turn it all the way up, you can have it on 2 kilowatts. And then this black dial moves individually from the grey dial, so you can have the heating on 1 or all the way up to 9. And whatever you select will come out of the heater down here. And then just below it you've got your water heater, so you can have it on 50 or you can have it on 70 degrees. So your bottom water heater here is on gas, and then the one just in front of your bed is your water heater on electric. So if you turn the dial to the top, it will heat your water to 40 degrees, and then if you push it to the bottom, it will heat it to 60 degrees. So to light your heater on gas, you've just got to push it down and turn it around, and then wait for the flame to light on the inside, as you can see here. And then you can go from 1 all the way up to 5, depending on how hot you want your fire. So on the other side, you've got your fan speed. So if you've got it on automatic, it will automatically push the air around the van when the heating's turned on. Or if you want to select the fan speed yourself, you can turn it around to manual, and then on the top half of the dial you can move it around from 5 all the way down to 1, depending on how fast you want your fan speed. So in the back you've got your double bed, and then if you lift the mattress up just on the inside, you can grab the railing and then lift your bed all the way up, and you'll have access to your underbed storage that you've also got access to from outside the van. And then right in the corner under the bed, you can see that little yellow toggle. That's your boiler drain down, so you need to pull this up when you're draining your boiler off for winter. And then at the same time you want to open your kitchen and bathroom tap, and also take your shower head off and let all the water drain out of your taps and pipes, so you don't get any frost damage during the winter months. Above your bed you've got these 2 reading lights. So to turn them on and off, you just press this rocker switch and they will go on and off. And then to open your overhead lockers, you just want to press the silver button in, and then you can gently lift your lockers up, and then to lock it, just press the button back in and it will lock it in place. So next to your bed you've got your bathroom. You've got your sink here, and then you've got a mirror. And then just next to your mirror you've got your light switch. So as you can see, it turns lights on and off inside. You've got another large cupboard just above your window. To open your window, all you've got to do is just pull these black levers, push your window out, and then you just turn this black dial to tighten it up, and it will stay out. When you want to bring your window back in, you just loosen it off again. Your window will come in, and just pop the black levers down to lock it in place. In the top of the shower, you've got a rail where you can hang your towels or wet clothes to dry. If you've got the heating on and you shut the door, this room becomes very warm, and you've also got your drip tray as a shower basin to get rid of all excess water. So just next to your bathroom door, you've got this large cupboard with multiple layers of shelving to put any clothes, shoes, personal items. So to turn your gas burner hobs on, you just want to turn your dial, push down, and it will ignite. Just remember, once you've used your gas hobs, make sure they are fully cooled before you put your glass cover down, otherwise it will shatter. As you can see, we've got the hot water running and there's plenty of steam coming off. Here you can see the oven is working, and so is the grill. Under the oven you've got your 3 gas isolation switches. You don't necessarily need to worry about them as they are mostly used for habitation service, but it is useful for you to know if you've got a leak in your van. You can just turn all of them off and you just isolate your gas within the van. So when using your fridge, you can manually change the different energy sources. So you can have it on hookup, you can have it on gas, or you can have it on engine battery. This is only for when the engine's running. As you see here, there's a warning triangle. It's because the engine isn't on at the minute. But you can also change your temperature from 1 all the way up to 5. 5 just keeps the fridge colder quicker. Once you've got your fridge to temperature, just bring it down to 3 or 4, as 5 can sometimes produce ice within the fridge. To make the front dinette area into a bed, the first thing you want to do is take your table off the railing on the top, fold the leg in half, and then place it on the lower railings. So you want to push this button in and then gently fold the leg in half so it looks like this. The table should then look like this once it's resting on the ground and on the lower railings. You then want to put the backrests that were on the travelling seats into the gap on the table. You then want to take these 2 cushions off just so you can reveal the base of the seat. Once you've moved the cushions, you can just gently pull the seat out and it becomes the rest of the bed. And then you just pop the 2 cushions back in place, and there you can see you've got your front bed all made up. So if you want to spin your driver's side or your passenger side seat around, all you have to do is pull this little black handle and it'll gently bring the chair around, and then you've got another seat around your dining area. Here's a quick look at the front of the cab. So you've got your radio, your climate control, you've got your gear stick, and then you've got your steering wheel with your lights and your indicators. If you have any questions and want to email or call us, you can find this information on our website at timevalleymotorhomes.com.